Hey, my wrestling friends, welcome to the Figure 4 TV. Do hit that like button. So today, guys, we finna talk about an old beef, and I don't know if you guys even knew this beef ever exists between Matt Riddle and Roman Reigns. Now, we know these guys feuded over the Universal title at that, guys. But did you know they had beef? Watch this intro, and when we come back, we jump straight on into it. All right, guys. So the news broke earlier today. Matt Kemp, he shared some insight into a past beef behind the scenes in WWE during his latest episode of his program, The Wrestling Mat. On the latest episode of the show, the former WWE The Bump host reflected on issues between Roman Reigns and Matt Riddle and how it affected the show The Bump. So let's get into some of the clips and the sound bites.
Himself a legitimate, needle mover. He was in a lot of hot water with fans over the weekend.
Honestly, that guy, no disrespect to Roman, he seems like a swell fella. But at the same time, I just feel like, when people are like, oh, well, I'm a good parent. You know what? If you were a good parent, your kids would be telling me you were a good parent, So when he's saying acknowledge me, or I move the needle, or I do this, it's like, no, you don't. You're related to The Rock. Shut up. I don't care. I'm not impressed. I can beat you up in a real fight. So shut your mouth. You're not moving needles. I'm the real stallion. RK Bros moving the merch. We're moving the needle. And that's it. That's it. I don't want to say too much. I'm not trying to get in trouble. But that's it. And hey, hats off to him. He's amazing at what he does. I do like what he does. But at the same time, it's like, hey, get off your high horse. You're in a spot because of a reason.
Yeah.
You're not like a bro. You're second generation, dog. I'm first generation. There's a difference between. I'm cut from different cloth.
Yeah.
So I don't think he gets that yet because he's always been in this little egg, this shell that he gets to play in, and he gets to pretend he moves needles and stuff, but whatever.
Now, Matt Riddle, he didn't stop there, guys, and I think this might be a contributor to the weed and how high he be, because he did not stop there. He also added on, and he's kind of like Logan Paul, where he can't even stay out of trouble. He can't buy his way out of staying out of trouble. But let's go to the interview where he added more gasoline on to the fire, guys.
Off of SummerSlam last year, because that was where you won the Raw Tag Team titles. We spoke like a couple days later. That was where you mentioned the Roman Reigns match. And you called him out.
Was that on this?
That was our interview.
Oh,
so the funny thing about
that guy was so pissed with me.
What was the backlash of that? And that wasn't even my question. Someone actually asked me to ask that question, and I didn't know.
I know. It wasn't a big deal. I didn't. You know how it is. Same thing with Brock. No disrespect. Saying your name, no disrespect. Same thing with Roman, no disrespect.
For sure.
But it just seems like, we're in this business. I want to get people riled up, and I do. They start talking, and then people get upset, And then I'm kind of confused because I'm like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Right?
Right?
I'm
that point where, you've been talked to, and you're like, I can't really do that stuff as much anymore.
The backlash, the backlash from Brock was he pulled me aside and said, don't mention my name again. It's never happening. We're never going to work together. But we did.
Yeah.
And then with Roman, he didn't do that, but he would walk by and say stuff under his breath, and I would kind of be like, "Come on, don't do that." But then we, it takes a while. People usually hate or love me.
Yeah.
Took a minute, but I'm not gonna say Roman loves me.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna ever be kind of like me and Seth. I don't think we'll ever love each other.
Absolutely.
We might respect each other one day, but I think he respects me. He respects my body of work, just like I respect his body of work and what he brings to the table. And I think when it comes to business, we're business, But but we're good now.
It's funny that
and Brock, I feel like me and Brock are.
Yeah, like you said, you work with each other quite a bit this year, and that's something no one ever thought they would see coming up as comments.
I definitely didn't think it would ever happen.
And you haven't worked with him on TV, but Goldberg's another one who spoke highly of you in the last year, which is cool.
I'm hoping Willie G comes back and I get a crack at him. I think it would be and I think it'd be a good one. We kind of have the base with the Heat,
Yeah.
you know, and I think we could work off a lot of things, you know. And I would say me and Bill, we've squashed some of our beef, but at the same day, I'm still Riddle, he's still Goldberg, and that's just what it's kind of like. I'm still Riddle, Rollins, Roman. I would say at the end of the day, I'm not their favorite person.
But Randy, you know, you're one of his favorite people. I was going to say that's funny that he's on
and that's
that
all
side
that matters, really.
Exactly.
You know, I wish he was here right now, but
And at that point, my guy, it was a little bit too late. And I like Matt Riddle. I watched Matt Riddle down in NXT all the way up to the main roster. I really, really, really appreciate a guy like Matt Riddle, but a lot of companies is not going to put up with his inability to stay focused and to stay disciplined. This guy, he lacked maturity. He lacked maturity, guys. And these companies, they're going to take maturity over raw talent every day of the week because maturity is an asset. Immaturity is a liability to any company. Any company. This is why he's not in AEW as we speak right now. And he's talented enough. He's damn near more talented than half that roster over there, guys. In fact, when I look at Hook reminds me of Matt Riddle, what they're trying to do with Hook, guys. So you guys let me know in the comment section. Honestly, do you think Matt Riddle was let go and he was fired because of comments that he made like this towards Roman Reigns, Goldberg, Seth Rollins, and even Brock Lesnar, and Lord knows who else? You think he was let go because of his shenanigans, or do you think he was let go because of that almighty dollar, guys? Because how many of you guys know that he was due $1 million per year? He was due to be getting paid $1 million a year when he got back from rehab. So we know Triple H, he really didn't have no room. If we look hindsight 2020 and we see how these storylines is playing out, although that RK Bro was hot, and man, I don't see why we couldn't have that culminate into Randy Orton Hill's turn, because we know that was coming, and then he go on to face Cody. Hindsight 2020, guys. But you guys let me know. Do you think it was a money issue, or do you think they just got tired of his antics? And hindsight being 2020, we know how Triple H is booking these things, man. Triple H got a vision in his head, and if you don't fit on that vision board, man, he ain't got no use for you, and he ain't fitting to create no use for you. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. But this been the news for the day, yo. This is what they've been talking about. This been hot, but I haven't seen nobody playing the actual videos, though. Nobody have been playing the actual clips.
This is a wreck. He's moving like an uncaged animal.
No lie, he's wild in there.